On the left.
On the left. Oh.
And there's already people.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Athena Amoeba. I just got back from a short trip to Phoenix, Arizona. I went with my boyfriend to see Slayer. And we ended up staying an extra day just to go to this one world famous, I'm not sure if it's world famous, barbecue spot called Little Miss BBQ. One of the most popular YouTubers, Mark Waynes. This guy took a trip to Little Miss BBQ and shared it with the world. My boyfriend watches this YouTube channel regularly, and when he saw those Flintstone style gigantic ribs, yes, he knew that was something he wanted to try. So when we were deciding what city we were going to go to see Slayer, because we had several options, this was one of the deciding factors. We were like, if we go to Phoenix, we can go to Little Miss BBQ. And that's exactly what we did. Super close. Thursday night we saw Slayer. Friday morning we woke up and got ready to go have some of the most mind-blowing food we have ever tried.
Our feast.
Just everything.
This is it. This is our feast.
Okay, so first of all, this spot's kind of like a little shack. They don't open until 11, but everybody gets there by at least 10 a.m. By the time we got there, there was already at least 20 people in front of us. And that might not sound like a lot, but the way that it works, it took us another hour to order and get our food. No worries. So, if you want to take a trip to Phoenix to have some Little Miss BBQ, be prepared to get there around 9:30 in the morning. So we got there at 10. They told us where to park. It's a madhouse, so you have to park where they tell you. They give you tickets, and then at 10:30, you line up in order of your ticket number. It took us an hour to get through the line. We're so hungry, we literally didn't eat anything all day. By the time we got our food, it was 12:30. But let me tell you, it was 1,000% worth it, and I would 1,000% do it again. We went all out. We ordered $113 worth of meat. We didn't even get any sides, minus a small cup of beans.
That's crazy.
I know it is crazy. Got plates. We didn't even have bread.
I guess they just give it to you. Sweets. It's like, dude, I'm trying to buy white bread.
No. It's just like, why would you? But I guess you can make your own sandwich. With the brisket.
You are a genius.
And all the pickles and onions.
Now it's glorious.
This is what we really came for. This is what we really came for right here.
This is insane.
I don't know what to get your face for the thing.
What? What is
That is one rib.
this thing? Is
That is one. Oh, it smells so good.
I've never seen something like this in my life. Yeah, maybe we should just share one and keep a whole one
Yeah,
intact.
I think that's a good idea.
Wow.
We really did get at least 2 meals.
Wow, we got a lot of meals. We got like 3 meals.
3 meals. This is all we're eating today. Maybe for breakfast.
Oh my god. This is crazy. I'm almost speechless right now.
I know, me too.
Wait.
Oh, beans.
Our one side.
Yes. Amazing. Everything else was $113 worth of meat, basically. That is definitely too much for 2 people, but it was our first time. We're not from Phoenix, so we wanted to make sure we had the chance to try everything we wanted while we could. Plus, we had so much food for days. Like, we still haven't finished the leftovers, and it is now Monday. We had 4 days worth of food. So the ordering, what we ordered. Well, of course, we ordered the giant Flintstone style ribs. Originally, we were going to order 3. 1 for me, 1 for him, and 1 for us to share. Thankfully, the guy talked us out of that. He said it is by the pound, so he recommended that we just get 2. Because he said they were each about a pound each, so that would have been $60 just for the ribs. So we decided, okay, let's just get 2. 2 ribs ended up being 3 pounds, so we ended up getting 3 pounds anyways at 20 bucks each. So that's where $60 came from. But these things were massive. We ordered 2 short beef ribs, which they only have on the weekends. So if you want to order this, you gotta go on the weekend. Now, brisket is personally one of my favorite foods. I love brisket, so we decided to get a pound of brisket. Oh my god. Your face is the best. Thank you. Oh my god, I love brisket. And then we tried a half a pound of pulled pork. So that's all the meat we ordered, plus a very small cup of beans. And they gave us 5 slices of white bread, onions, pickles, jalapenos, and some barbecue sauce. Now, when I tell you this is like one of the best things I've ever eaten.
I don't even know where to start.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's massive.
I guess just right here.
Very Flintstone.
The whole thing's about to fall off.
It's about to fall off.
This is insane. Wow, it's all about to fall off. Look.
It is one of the best things I've ever eaten. Like, I couldn't even process what I was eating. It was so good. This meat is so fatty. It just has so much fat. And now it depends. Some people like that, some people don't. I am a fat fiend. Yes, I'm fat and I'm a fiend. But I mean, I love eating fat. The fat on steak, the fat on brisket, the fat on pretty much anything is like my favorite thing. So this was mind-blowingly good to me. But to tell you the truth, even for someone like me, it was a lot. It was a bit much. My body at some point started to reject it and I wanted to throw up. And it's not because of the amount that I ate. I think it was just how much fat was in the food. Now that sounds like a negative thing, right? It sounds negative. It's not. If you eat a reasonable quantity of meat, which I see this is why people order plates, because it's like you get a little bit of meat and you get sides, so your body's not like overwhelmed by all the fat that comes in the meat. So if you get that, your body probably won't reject it. My body personally just started rejecting it, which I was surprised because, like I said, I like fat. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before, but as I was eating it, I started to feel nauseous. But trust me, I had already eaten a fair amount, so it's not like I just took a few bites and felt nauseous. It's very good. It's delicious. It's mind-blowing. You gotta try it. But your body might be able to only handle so much, so when you order wisely. If you're gonna order a lot, expect to save it for many days to come or share with a large group. If I ever go back to this place, which if I go to Phoenix, I 100% would go back to this place, I would order a plate versus like all the stuff that we got, because I think, yeah, there's only so much super fatty meat that you can consume without your body rejecting it. But aside from that, I gotta tell you, it was one of the best things I ever tasted. Last night we made tacos out of some of that rib meat and they were just mind-blowingly insane. If you know what barbacoa is, I know a lot of people don't know what that is, but basically it's the meat from the cheeks of a cow. It almost reminded me of barbacoa. Just really excellent, amazing stuff. If you're ever headed to Phoenix and if you like barbecue, you gotta plan to go to Little Miss BBQ. So yeah, I'm supposed to be caring about weight loss and stuff, but this was an experience that I wanted to have, and now that I'm back in San Diego, trying to get back on that veggie train since I ate so much meat over the last couple of days. But if I had to do it all over again, I would say Little Miss BBQ gets 5 stars for sure. Not only that, aside from the food being amazing, like they just have a really well run establishment. Like they think about everything in advance. They think about directing parking. They think about giving you your tickets and how to organize everybody. They give you free samples when you're waiting in line because they know you're probably hungry. And they're just legit all really nice. Like, everyone comes around, talks to you, asks you where you're from. You know, it's just, I have nothing but nice things to say about them. Very clean, mind-blowingly delicious barbecue. If you're into barbecue and if you're in Phoenix, you gotta hit up Little Miss BBQ. So that's something else that I was up to this past week. If you've tried this spot, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Or let me know in the comments below where you're from and what restaurant would you recommend to someone from out of town and why. Why should they go there? I want to know. Until next time, y'all, see you in the next video.